So welcome back. Now what we'll do is we are just going to create a measure in the fact internet sales table itself. And before that, if you notice here that those aggregation tables are not listed here because those things are hidden here, right? So that's the reason. And if I click on the sales amount here, then you can see this, the measure what I have written here. Sales amount is calculate sum of fact internet sales and the sales amount. This is just the plain calculations which I have added here, and I'm using the table of fact internet sales as a table name to calculate this measure, right? That's it. So now what I have done here, I just added a ribbon chart which is basically coming from 2-3 things. The sum of sales amount is coming from, if I zoom this here, sum of sales amount is coming from fact internet sales, and the dim product category is coming from the dim product category, and the date is also coming from, the calendar year is coming from dim date table. So here there is nothing relationship, I mean as a user point of view, there is no linked with aggregation tables here, right? So that's what I did here. And the same thing I did it for this one also, the sales by customer gender. This is coming from customer, and this is the sales amount from fact internet sales. And about this one, this is basically from sales amount, that's it. And if I click on this one, this is basically fact internet sales, sales amount and sales order number. Both of them are coming from this table itself. So now how do we get to know about how these things work, right? So for that we just need a few help, whether we can use a SQL profiler or DAX Studio also. So if you click on the external tools, then if I click on DAX Studio, it will open up the DAX Studio in a new window. This is actually a free tool which you can download and use of it. This is really an amazing tool which you can make best use of these tools here. So if you notice one thing here at the bottom, you have this local host 51518 here. So I'm going to take that 51518 and I just open up this in SQL Server Profiler. So this is a SQL Server Profiler, and if I click on connect to start the trace here, it will ask me about the server name. So basically this Power BI Power Query engine works, analysis service behind the scene. So I just need to use the local host, and then the what's the number? It's ideally I think 51518. So I'm going to add that number here, 51518. In this one 51518, and the authentication is Windows, and click on connect here. So this will open up a new window again, and here I need to select some events. I'm going to use here the query processing, and here at the end I have this Wetipack SE engine begin, query begins here. So I'm selecting this one and click on run. That's it. So it's just waiting for me to do some activity in Power BI desktop. Now by keeping this performance analyzer open here, and I'm clearing everything now and selecting this one which is sales by category and start recording. And after that, if I click on this icon which is to analyze this visual, it will just refresh here, and it has taken 775 seconds, microseconds. And if I go to profiler, you can see one query is here, and if I expand, zoom this one, as you can see, this is basically dim product category. It's showing up here category name and the sum of product date aggregations. So even though the sales amount measure which I used here, but it is actually taking it from this table. It's not taking it from fact internet sales, because this aggregation level and we have this precedence set up to 10. So that's why it is referring to this table, and from this table is actually making a relationship, the product key to dim product, and from dim product to dim subcategory, and subcategory to dim category, and after that the dim date table, because we have the year selected over there, right? So this is what it is actually working here. It means it is just running in Power Query analysis service engine to run this query locally as an import mode. Now if I click on this one, sales by customer, and then analyze this visual, this is taken 139 seconds. And if I go back to SQL Server Profilers, one record is added here. If I select this one, it's also showing as customer product date aggregation table and left outer join dim customer table. So if you notice thing here, it's not again going to fact internet sales table. Is actually taking the data from customer product date aggregations. The reason is because we are extracting the gender information from the customer table, that's the master table, and this master table is connected to dim customer product date aggregation tables here, the aggregation table, second aggregation table which we have created, right? So that's the way. And again, this is coming from import mode. Now the third thing is about this one. If I click here and click on analyze this one, it is also taken 126 seconds. If I go back to profiler, SQL Server profiler, this is actually taking it from this table, fact the product date aggregation table, sum of this measure. And even for this also it's not taking it from this one, fact internet sales. If I click on this one, basically this one, and click on analyze this visual, so if you notice, this is just spinning and has taken a few minutes, few seconds. And if I go to this one, SQL Server profilers, I'm not able to see this information. And if I click back again here for this one, then I can refresh this one, and if I see a new record is added here, and this is for just sum of sales. So the reason is why it is not captured in this one, which is Wetipack storage engine. The reason is because this is directly coming from the SQL Server database, and this is coming from a direct query, and all these things, the three visuals, is actually coming as an import mode, which is calculated in storage engine. So all these three things is coming from an import mode, and this only particular thing is coming from direct query. The reason is because the columns which I used here is not coming from these two tables, which is the hidden one, the aggregation tables what we have created. So now you understand about how these things work, right? So whenever user queries this information, it actually try to fetch the information from the imported one. If the data information available over there, then it is going to take the information from there. If it is not available, then it will go to SQL Server to fetch, or whatever the data source which you have, to fetch those information from that table. So here in this one, the advanced also I have covered here is basically about the two level of aggregation. So if you notice, I just use here sales by category. If I go back to this model view, product date aggregation is one table, is one level of aggregation, and customer product date aggregation is the second level of aggregations, right? So here we are reduced almost like 1/3 of the data size, and here is also reduced like just small amount. So ideally, most of the calculations is being taken care by this one because of the precedence we have set up here, and that's why our report performance has increased a lot. So this is how you can able to use this user defined aggregations, and you can improve the performance of your report drastically however you require. If you like this video, just click on the big thumbs up button. If you are new to this channel, or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button, and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. But make sure you turn on the notification on your devices. Share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any queries and feedback, just post it on the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. See you in the next video.